and run a seminar to create a new kind of forum, a good life forum, so that people who has the same interests and same needs get to form their new forum and discuss the things that are important to them. This is Repacking Your Bags by Richard Leader and David Shapiro. And this is the one that pointed to me that I really need a new life purpose. I had one or more before, but they were more the society's purpose, my parents' purpose, or my family's purpose. And now that I can be anything I want to be, I can now pick my own purpose. This is the best Simplify Your Life book that I have come across. The other one is by St. James, a lady. This one is the best. If you're interested, get a copy, and it covers things, stuff, finance, time, health, relationships, partnerships, and oneself. This is a two-book. It's called Are You Ready to Succeed? It is by a Columbia University professor. Now he's traveled and went on to London Business School. He's teaching, normally he teaches, I think, strategy. But also, he brought in, you can see from his name that he's Indian or Pakistani. And he brings in a new perspective to how some of the tools the Asian use to solve your problem. I find that his book is very useful. A lot of times I've used an example. Well, actually, it's a quote from a Jewish proverb. It says, if a hammer is the only tool, every problem looks like a nail. So the more book and the more idea you can get from other culture. If you only have one culture, you have one set of tools. The Japanese has a Japanese set. American has American set. The Chinese has Chinese set. Indian has Indian set. And the more, the broader our education for the third age is, the better the more tools we have to help us. The last one is interesting because it is written by a USC professor who actually was a seminar moderator at the Aspen Institute. And his name is James O'Toole. And this is not his definition of the good life. Sorry, I'll go back because the title is Creating the Good Life, not a good life. So there's a definition of a good life. And I found that the explanation is pretty good. It's Aristotle. Aristotle got married very late in his life. So his son is very young. And so he wrote a series of essays to academia. And he explained to his son that there is a purpose in life, and that the purpose is to fulfill one's potential. An acorn's potential is a big oak tree. A small fish potential is a big fish. The human's potential is to be a rational being and to fulfill, that you feel that your life is fulfilled. And he explained that our potential can become a mature contributing member of society in its highest form. And he mentioned 3 forms. If you have a lot of money, then it's philanthropy. If you have a lot of wisdom, then you should be a philosopher. And if you have a lot of management know-how and management skill, then you should be a politician. Of course, at his time, a politician is only a politician for the city of Athens, which is a lot more simple. And simple management, common sense would get you very far when you're managing something like Athens. I actually put in one more category in there is personal development. So it's still a P. It's 4 P. Philanthropy, philosophy, politics, and personal development. So it's giving back to the society by making a difference. And Aristotle warned us that we should try it before the age of 55. And for his 55, it's probably our 65. So 65 is a good age because he said any earlier you would get your king of the living interfere with your contributing as a philanthropy, as a philosopher, as a politics. And if you can't put everything down, you may do things with a hidden agenda or vested interest. So it's important that you don't try to do this before you are ready to do the third age. So what I did was went through the 5 steps in my one-day seminar in 1 hour or 45 minutes. Understanding it, picking stock. So, the good life design process is in 4 steps. Understand, design, build, and manage. And then once you've done the first layer of the onion, you re-understand, you redesign, rebuild, and remanage. And then it will take you about 1 year to go through this process. And you will go through items one by one. It's not like, you can make a shift. This is the last tool and the last book. It's called Wishcraft. This is Barbara Sher, who gave me the idea, and I've been using it in my seminar. What we do is we sit down with each of the seminar participants, and before they came to the seminar, we asked them to list 20 things you love to do. 20 things that you love to do. And the only rule is you have to write down 20 things. Even if the last one is, I love to eat ice cream, you have to put down 20 things. What it does is it lets you write down things that you love to do all your life already. It's not like at the end of your life you say, what should I do? By thinking what you should do. But actually, going through the 20 things, throwing out the small ones, keeping the big ones, and then if you combine 2 or 3 of the big ones, then that would be your new life purpose. Mine was entrepreneurship, creativity, education. And that's what I combined it. So I'm teaching entrepreneurship, I paint, and I give lectures, and I teach people how to move from the second age to the third age.